Johnny Chef and Heather Kabiziak will now sign. Will the audience please join us in singing of our national anthem? Good evening and welcome to Warrior Northern's 33rd Annual Commencement Ceremony. On stage with me tonight, from left to right, is Mr. William Kimball, our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Jeff Beckett, Board Vice President, Mr. Diemendorf, Board President, Mrs. Daniels, Board Trustee, Ms. Terry McMillan, our Commencement Speaker this evening, Mrs. Connell, co-sponsor of the class of 1998, and Mrs. Christopherson, co-sponsor of the class of 1998. And to my left, your right, Mr. Henry Lowe, good friend, colleague, and he'll be interpreting tonight. He'll be the hardest working gentleman here. So thank you very much, Henry. You do an outstanding job. To begin the ceremony, we have our class song, I'll Remember You by Sarah McLaughlin. Vocals will be Jenna Allbach, Dave Hastings and Tracy Lydell, piano will be Shannon Shaw, signing will be Storm Rock and Johnny Chef.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Remember the good times that we had. We let them slip away from us when things got bad. Clearly I first saw you smiling in the
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how we feel so much, but we cannot say a word. We are screaming inside, but oh, we can't be heard. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories.
So afraid to love you, but more afraid to lose. Clinging to a past that doesn't let me choose. Once there was darkness, a deep and endless night. You gave me everything you had, oh, you gave me light.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories.
I will remember you.
Will you remember me?
Don't let your life pass you by.
Weep not for the memories. Weep not for the memories.
Thank you. Now our superintendent of schools, Mr. William Kimball, will introduce tonight's commencement speaker. Mr. Kimball.
Graduates, we're very proud of you. You've made it. You arrived. I'd like to congratulate you on behalf of the staff of the Port Huron School District, the Board of Education. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the parents, your grandparents, your friends and relatives that have provided you the support to get to this point in your life. You're adults now. We've worked with you for 13 years, and I feel very proud of the job we've done and the job that you've done. The choices you make now and will continue to make as adults will determine the success you have in your life. Congratulations. I hope life holds the very best for you. It's my honor tonight to introduce our guest speaker, and it truly is an honor. Terry McMillan is the person from Port Huron who has made it with her life. Terry McMillan's first novel, Mama, was published in 1987 by Houghton Mifflin Company and in paperback by Washington Square Press. Mama received the National Book Award by the Before McMillan received her BA in journalism from the University of California at Berkeley and attended the MFA film program at Columbia University. She was awarded the 1988 National Endowment for the Arts Fellowship and the AA Columbia University Literary Fellowship. She has been a guest columnist for the New York Times, First Column, and has reviewed books for the New York Times Book Review, the Atlanta Constitution, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. She has been a 3-time fellow of the Avenue Arts Colony and the McDowell Colony. Her second novel, Disappearing Acts, was published by Viking Penguin in August 1989. Disappearing Acts was published in England and Holland in 1990, and Washington Square Press published the paperback version. She has also edited and compiled an anthology of contemporary African-American fiction entitled Breaking Ice, which was published by the Viking in October 1990. She was one of the 5 fiction judges for the 1990 National Book Awards. Ms. McMillan has been an associate professor of English at the University of Arizona, a visiting professor in creative writing at the University of Wyoming and Stanford University. Her novel, Waiting to Exhale, was published by Viking in 1992 and it remained on the New York Times bestseller list for 38 weeks. Ms. McMillan then co-wrote the screenplay for the movie Waiting to Exhale, which was released in December of 1995. Her latest novel, How Stella Got Her Groove Back, published by Viking in April of 1996, was on the New York Times bestseller list for 21 weeks. Ms. McMillan co-wrote the screenplay for the movie version, which is due to be released in the fall of 1998. In addition to that, she has been a major contributor to the success and the future of many of our local students who, as she has found significant ways to help them remember. Help me to welcome back to her hometown, Miss Terry McMillan.
Congratulations, but I would like to correct something. You guys will not be adults until you get off of your parents' insurance. That will be a while. Uh-oh, what did I do? Did you hear me? I said you will not be technically or legally adults until you are off of your parents' health insurance plan. Okay? Which will probably be another 3 years. Okay, so enjoy it while you can. First of all, I'd really like to say congratulations. This brings back memories. I graduated in this very same auditorium 30 years ago. And Port Huron Northern had just been built, like, I guess 2 or 3 years prior. And everybody, I went to PH, so they're mad at being here tonight. But, you know, Solana's my niece, they asked me, I'm here. It's Port Huron, that's the way I look at it. You know, we were rivals 30 years ago, but it's all one big happy family. That's the way I see it. Anyway, way to go on graduating. I'm supposed to inspire you in 10 minutes or less, so let me see how I can do that. You've already heard my life story, which is a little boring when you really sit and listen to it. But I'll just say this, when I graduated from high school, I think fortunately I had the kind of mother that basically would have killed me had I not maintained at least a 3-point whatever average. And she was serious about it. And all she ever said to me was, you were going to college. You were going to college. And from the time I was small, that's all I heard. So it was like when I graduated, I knew I was going to college. That was just it. Okay? But the problem was that I didn't know what I wanted to go to college for. But I knew I had to go. So, the bottom line is I went, and I became this hippie. You guys probably don't know what that is. But it was someone who smoked marijuana, listened to Jimi Hendrix, didn't go to class, hung out all night, party, got drunk off tequila, and then struggled into class and tried to figure out why I failed Spanish. But that was semester 1. Semester 2, I woke up, gave it all up, grew up, got off my parents' insurance, and decided that it was time to basically clean up my act. It was scary. And, you know, how many of you guys are scared? Raise your hands. How many of you are really scared? Oh, how many of you know exactly what you want to do with the rest of your lives? Well, this is terrible. I would really like to know how you know that at 18. But and for those of you who do great, I wish I knew somebody across some prodigy, but I was not. Anyway, the bottom line is this, is that when I was in college, I was really unsure about what I wanted to do. I didn't declare a major until I was in my junior year. And when I did declare a major, basically it was sociology, because I thought I wanted to save the world. I saw a lot of wrongs, a lot of ills, a lot of yucky things, and I thought they could be rectified and fixed, and I thought, you know, that I could help in that cause. And it didn't work out, because I ended up writing poetry. I fell in love, got my heart broken, wrote some more poems, and my mother, of course, wanted me to be an anchor woman. She said, I can see you on TV, Terry. You could make real money. You could be rich. We could be rich. And she said, everybody, you please. You know, I ended up majoring in journalism, to be long story short, and I did not like it. I hated it, as a matter of fact. I thought it was very boring, answering who, what, when, where, and why. So what I did was, of course, when I graduated from here, I left and moved to California, 3,000 miles away, at 17 years old, and everybody thought I was crazy. Maybe I was, but I was afraid too. I didn't really care. I was going anyway, that's what I did. But once I declared my major in journalism, and realized that it was sort of a mistake, I graduated, I got accepted to Columbia University, went there, and decided I made another mistake. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm like 24 years old, I've made all these mistakes. I did have a couple of reading and everything, but still, I was confused. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. All along, I'm writing poetry, I'm writing short stories, I'm writing. This is where, oh, I'm sorry. Good thing I'm not a rapper. But anyway, I ended up realizing that, one, someone asked me, you know, what do you feel passionate about? And I said, passionate about? Up to that point, it would only been my boyfriend, or however many in my head. And then I realized that I had like a suitcase full of stories, and that was what I always was drawn to with writing. And so, what I found out was that was what I really did feel passionate about. That was what spurred me on. That's what gave me energy. That's what made me feel a sense of gratitude. Made me feel as if I could, you know, make sense of a lot of things that I found confusing and perplexing. And what I thought of it as a hobby. So someone told me that, you know, the things that you feel the most passionate about are the things that you should pay attention to. So if I have anything to say to you guys today, is number one, is to question what it is you feel passionate about. I don't care if it's doing nails, being up, you know, fixing people's feet, or doing hair, or makeup, or, you know, if you want to be a veterinarian, whatever it is. If your parents are doctors and they want you to be a doctor and you want to be a rock star, tell them to go be a rock star, you know, because it's your life. They did it their way. Now it's time for you to do it your way. And if they don't like it, just wait until they finish paying for your college education and then change course. It works. It works. I'm not kidding you. But really, have some fun, go to college, but pay attention to the things that you really, 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 really care about. no matter what anybody says, no matter how ridiculous people think it is, because the bottom line is that's what happened to me. I never in a million years would have dreamed that one day I would be this hotsy-totsy so-called writer. I didn't have plans to become a writer, nor did I ever have plans that, I mean, I had plans one day that I might be able to pay my mortgage and take a vacation, but not quite to this extent. And I'm grateful to a lot of people, I'm grateful to God, to everybody, but the bottom line is this. Of course, I was worried at times that if things don't work out, I can always teach. But the bottom line is that, oh, I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it that way. No, wait, you have to understand. In the writing community, when you get a master's in creative writing, they say those that do, those that don't, can't teach. And it's only in relationship to writing, okay? So let me qualify that, okay? Believe me, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for teachers. At any rate, the bottom line is this. If here in Fort Huron, wherever you want to go, if I have any advice to offer, I mean, as much as I think Fort Huron is a great place, there's a whole lot more out there, let me tell you. Go see the world. Charge it on your parents' credit card. Get out of here, travel, go anywhere you possibly can. Do as much as you possibly can. Break as many rules as you can without going to jail. You know, you're only going to be 18 once, you're only going to be 21 once. Whatever you want to do, get it out of your system now. I still have it, but get a lot of it out of your system now, and don't worry about failure. Because all I've learned, what I have learned as a writer, is that I see life as basically this theater. Your life is basically comprised of 3 acts. This is the first one. Hopefully you'll have a little intermission. If not, here comes Act 2. There's drama, there's humor. Some of it is a little like Greek mythology, but all it boils down to is this. Life basically, for me at least, from what I ascertain, is a series of knots. Everything you do is a test. Everything. I don't care if it's falling in love, getting your heart broken, figuring out how to get back up and pick your feet up and keep moving, or getting a bad grade, or figuring out how to clean up your act, whatever it is. Life is a series of tests, and I call them knots. As soon as you learn how to untie one, boom, here comes another one. And that's exactly what it's going to be like. So when it's smooth, enjoy it, party, and have a great time. And that's what I hope you guys do tonight. And that's what I hope the rest of your lives are like. So congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. McMillan. You've got a good sense of humor on top of being an outstanding author. Philana Dinkins will now present Ms. McMillan, who happens to be her relative, a gift from the class of 1998. Philana?
Terry, thank you very much for coming to our event. Would you start talking about appreciation?
Yes. Thank you very much. A relative. Okay. These acrylic nails. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. See, honey, I'm old. I can't even see you guys. But thank you. Congratulations.
Now the fun part. We're going to introduce the individual members of the class of 1998. Assisting me will be Mrs. Connell and Mrs. Christofferson. Board members to begin will be Mr. Dave Diebendorf and Ms. Barb Daniels. And partway through the ceremony, Mr. Jeff Beckett will continue with handing out the diplomas. Lisa Marie Beeden. Jennifer Marie Palmatier. Trevor James Weston. Deanna Marie Lapish. Michelle Lynn Lewandowski. Edward Joseph Elbers. Eric Lawrence Dane. Brianna Wells Leonard. Allison Claire Schur. Kieran Michael Valgee. Ian Walton Renner. Kimberly Lauren Voitas. Maria Damashki. Raji Benjamin John. Carol Allen. Cecily Ruth Ogden. Catherine Marie Ropish. Tanya Allison Thompson. Falana K. Dinkins. Saima Jawad Akhtar. Sean Michael Dennis. Ryan Robert Salt. Kirsten Lee Rawlings. Aubrey Elizabeth Carter. Matthew Kenneth Reynolds. Kendra Lynn Haskey. Catherine Ann Murphy. Jordan Michael Harris. Jeffrey Lee Crawford. Anna Marie Balk. Dawn Virginia Thomas. Nicholas Lee Dean. Christopher James Smith. Angela Claire Navarro. Alicia Joella McLaughlin. Joshua Adam Preston. Jeremy David Horn. Alicia Nicole Campbell. Emily K. Porter. Travis Earl Schott. Travis Donald Woolman. Nicole Leanne Datema. Jennifer Lynn Little. Jason Robert Barnes. Kevin Samuelson. Allison Marie Muxlow. Melissa Ellen Meadow. David Paul Hastings. Miranda Lee Elizabeth Hodge. William Grafton Sharp. Daniel J. Musselman. Bethany Lynn Fagan. Rebecca Allison Horvath. Paul James Lopez. Derek James Fleury. Christy Ann Shargot. Courtney Michelle Redmond. Ryan Cash Howard. James Richard Green. Teresa Marie Bowen. Keely Fawn Badgerow. Jeffrey Raymond Curtis. Julio Ricardo Sanchez. Anne Elizabeth Boucher. Heather Elizabeth DeWitt. Andrew Robert Christofferson. Andrew Danny Smith. Heather Ann Beeler. Heather Mary Gabiziak. Richard Wayne Bland. Ryan Lloyd Bouvet. Sarah Jane Logan. Nicholas Michael Lapp. Jenna Catherine Olibuck. Brooke Susan Hiller. Ryan Allen King. Daniel McGuffey Lynch II. Sandra Marie Hetzel. Jennifer Lynn Hunt. Brian Keith Kendrick. Nicholas James Rigney. Tanisha Maria Naoko Fuller. Amy M. McCabe. Anthony Robert Hill. Aaron Matthew Thornton. Leah Michelle Imp. Mandy May Miller. James Richard Dewson. Joshua Scott Van Sickle. Treasure Judith Duenas. Lisa Marie Norris. James Thomas Bowers. Robert James Ross. Melissa Gail Moretz. Guadalupe Lopez Vincencio III. Eric Lee Beckman. Macon Catherine Carrier. Storm Vanderzee Brock II. Christopher William Anglin. Johnny Marie Sheff. Jennifer Lee Worthington. Bradley Charles Sheltree. Brandon Michael Allen. Erin Elizabeth Burke. Erin Elizabeth Burke. Melissa Rose Sumner. Donald J. Zibe III. Jennifer Nicole Carlton.
Anna Lee Shannon. Jeremy Curtis Dean. James Tudhope Wigand. Tiffany Nicole Carpo. Abby Kathleen Seneff. Nicholas John Dennis. Melvin Warewine. Dana Lynn Coghill. Jacqueline Rose Perkins. Timothy James Fahey. Jason Stephen Waite. Melissa Ann Shimko. Ryan Andrew Hustick. Stephanie Ann Money. Jessica Lee Merritt. Matthew Aaron Gibb Harris. Nicholas Wilfred Ingalls. Melinda Jeanette Kiesel. Corey Ann May. Robert Charles Hankins. Justin Robert Janis. Kimberly Nicole Jansen. Sarah Louise Relkin. Patrick Neil Gutierrez Jr. Brian Jeffrey Pullman. Jessica Ann Holka. Melissa Ann Lunny. David Craig Gonzalez. Jason Aaron Lockwood. Jennifer Lenise Hawkins. Ann Elizabeth Shooker. Patrick Leroy Farrington Jr. Giannis Madamelis. Mindy Lou Williams. Melody Sue Rosenberg. Edmund Justin Scallion. Jill Renee Parsons. Chad David Studer. Martin John Zameko. Amanda Lee Klaus. Stacy Lynn Cummings. Randall Lawrence Pueller. Christopher Aaron Shekaro. Leslie Ann Beckett. Jennifer Ann Igling. Stephen Andrew Payne. Nathan Benton Smith. Noor Thabit Bahar. Christina Venenzia Fusco. Joseph Scott Muir. Mark Ira Spencer. Jennifer Lynn Westbrook. Kristen Renee Hodge. Kim Allen Urban. Elizabeth Jean Hessler Shepard. Tiffany Therese Kearns. Nicholas James Mall. Sean Mullum. Jennifer Kiefer Taylor. Patrick Michael Connell. April Lee Morawski. Casey Joe Oliver. Nicholas James Dysinger. Jason Michael Stewart Erickson. Angela Maria Moore. Carrie Joe Payton. Scott Neil Crace Jr. Nathan Russell Holmes. Bree Anna Mishiak. Nicole Raylene Pilkington. Rudolph Edward Sloot. Nathan Antone Hurst. Erica Ann Lynn Langoff. Jennifer Lynn Schuler. William Forrest Dunaway. Derek William Jackson. Constance Michelle Lacey. Carrie Ann Simmons. Craig Alpha Williams. John Paul McGarry. Tracy Lynn Rydell Ham. Annette Marie Spar. Nicholas G. Ingerson. Michelle Lynn Standish. Brian Frederick Tolan. Justin Patrick Peschke. Catherine Murray Voss. Katrina Marie Gardner. Daniel Stacy Turk. Martin Terry Smith, Jr. Jennifer Susan Holly. Andrea Marie Chikanowski. Douglas Andrew Vatter. Joshua James Raditz. Annika Emily Howe. Sarah Lynn Ziemba. Curtis Edward Clark Wager. Sean William Pence. Sarah Marie Jesse. Melissa Lee Zelenak. Sarah Marie Yerk. Bethany Jeanette Studeker. Christopher Lumbert Bone. Brian James McNaughton. Shannon Noel Shaw. Devere Lehman Edwards II. Rebecca L. Robinson.
Mary Frances Reynolds. Jacob Austin Fisher. Travis Michael Dundas. Jennifer Lynn Rowe. Candy Sue Reed. Blaine Joseph Nevick. Michael Lawrence Dubbs. Lindsay Marie Hardoin. Karen Anita Pingree. Stephen Paul Gowdy. Patrick Douglas Cross. Brianna Carol Mellendorf. Stacy Michelle Morris. Christopher Mark Hall. Christopher Travis Cohay. Julie Ann Alexander. Shanita Shantae McDonald. Shad Carl Hanselman. Edward William DeVue Jr. Michelle Catherine Smith. Neely Rebecca Ward. Aaron Ryan White. Hillary Lynn Palmatier. Vanny Osborne. Sean Christopher Spradlin. Jamie Nicole Rapley. Jennifer Robin Mosier. Derek Michael Owings. Cameron John Wagner. Gwen Elizabeth Hall. Sarah Ann Schott. Anthony Wayne Malachi Jr. Brian James Bradley, Elizabeth Rose McFarland, Melissa Marie Thomas, Raphael Vandell Johnson, Jason William Brown, Angela Marie Dugood, Jessica Ray Simpson, Scott Stewart Jameson, Michael Robert Adams, Dana Renee Anderson, Cheryl Lynn Thompson, Stephen Matthew German, Andrew Michael Belinsky, Lori Lynn Castillo, Todd Allen Fike, Tracy Ann Corey, Melissa Ann Cook, Michael John Hickey, Thorwald Vincent Evenson, Christina Lynn Nicole Seraphin, Eliza Bauer, Charlie Edward Jacobs, Charles Arthur Farley II, Christina Renee Ruthven, Emily Elizabeth Whaling, Eric Roy Crone, Andrew William Eklund, Melissa Ann Gosman, Stephanie Marie Barr, Christopher A. Seafried, Joshua D. Duncan, Kelly Ann Curtis, Aaron Michelle Wilkins, Michael Andrew Eichberger, Jeffrey Michael Dietland, Amy Lynn McKinsey, Andrea Marie Watson, Brandon David Burgess, Maureen Elizabeth Grady, Adam Chandler Straysenrider, Alan Rusty Babcock, Brandy Lee Bonney, Amanda Marie Evenson, Keith Robert Smith, Jason Paul Wilson, Laura Lee Witzke, Megan Marie O'Brien, Billy Joe Pruitt III, Nicholas Edward Thomas, Jessica Louise Williams, Mary Lynn Collins, Michael Austin Nett, James Edward Gilbert, Sarah Ann Scheffler, Melissa Marie Collins, Adam Joseph Siglerick, Lee Allen Naplin, Erica Lee Rowe, Jordan Sansom, Daniel Paul Catanzaro, Jeremy Dwight Farr, Melissa Joanne Hawley, Michael Patrick Vigrass, Kara Marie Truan McFadden, Jody Lynn Smith, Jordan W. Baker, Timothy Scott Jones, Tamara Renee Young, Carolyn Alexandria Youngs, Matthew Edward Schock, Jason Allen Clemmer, Aaron Lene Billingsley, Stephanie Marie Schaefer, Travis Paul Thompson, James Patrick Nelson, Stewart Curry. Catherine Lee Hurst. Elizabeth May Wilcom. Christopher Carl Lacey. Eric West. Tracy Lee Sampson. Michael Campbell Rennan. Gerald Johnson. Mark Ellis.